Some days carry ordinary weight, while others seem to vibrate with extraordinary power. September 14 is not just another day on the calendar, it is a divine marker, a spiritual checkpoint designed for chosen ones like you. This date signifies alignment, momentum, and breakthrough energy. Many will see it as just another day, but for you, it is a day of divine orchestration. Your spirit was drawn to this message for a reason. An anointed era is here to remind you that this is no coincidence. Your mega win has been written into this very moment. Think about history. There are moments when entire nations shifted on single dates. A war ended, a law was signed, a movement began. September 14 carries that same kind of shift, but this time it is not about nations, it is about you. Your life, your destiny, your purpose are standing before a divine door, and this day holds the key to unlocking it. Do not underestimate the weight of this timing. For chosen ones, dates like this are never random. They are encoded with meaning and energy. The beauty of divine timing is that it doesn't rely on human understanding. You may not fully grasp why September 14 carries so much energy, but your spirit knows. That inner stirring, that sense that something is about to happen, that's confirmation. It is the whisper of heaven telling you that the mega win you've been praying for is not delayed, it's right on time. So, chosen one, don't dismiss this message as wishful thinking. September 14 is a divine invitation. Will you step into it with faith, or will you let doubt steal what belongs to you? If you feel this message stirring your soul, type, "I receive it," in the comments right now, and let's declare it together. Before any great victory, there is always a season of preparation. Athletes train before competing, farmers sow before reaping, and musicians practice before performing. Likewise, chosen one, your mega win on September 14 is not showing up out of nowhere. It is the fruit of the seeds you've been planting in faith. Every tear, every prayer, every sacrifice was not wasted. It was preparation for this very moment. Think about a seed buried underground. For a long time it seems invisible. The soil looks barren and nothing appears to be happening. But under the surface, roots are forming, strength is being built, and at the right time it bursts forth into life. That's your story. For months, maybe even years, it felt like nothing was happening, but heaven was preparing your harvest. September 14 is the day that hidden preparation meets visible manifestation. Even the struggles you faced were part of your preparation. The betrayals, the rejections, the seasons of silence, they weren't punishments, they were training grounds. You learned resilience, discernment, and faith that cannot be shaken. Without those lessons, you wouldn't be ready for the mega win that is on its way. Preparation doesn't feel good, but it always proves worth it. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Your preparation season has not been wasted. The stage is set, the foundation is built, and now manifestation is inevitable. Anointed Era is here to remind you, don't give up before the reveal. Can you look back and see how your struggles actually prepared you for strength? Share your reflection in the comments because your story might give someone else hope. Breakthrough is rarely sudden. It builds like a storm. Before rain falls, clouds gather. Before dawn, the horizon glows. Before your mega win, the energy of breakthrough surrounds you in ways you may not even recognize at first. September 14 is the culmination of that energy. Every prayer, every moment of faith, every good seed you've sown has created a spiritual momentum that is now impossible to ignore. Think about a dam holding back water. For a long time it looks strong and unshakable, but behind the wall pressure builds, drop by drop, day by day. Eventually the pressure becomes so great that the dam bursts, releasing a flood. That is where you are right now. The energy of breakthrough has been building in your life, and September 14 is the day the floodgates open. Maybe you've already noticed signs. Random opportunities, unusual dreams, unexpected phone calls, or people showing up out of nowhere. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are whispers from the universe saying, "Get ready, chosen one." Anointed Era shares this truth. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the more signs you will see. Don't ignore them, pay attention. Delays are one of the hardest things for chosen ones to endure. When you watch others move forward in life, landing opportunities and stepping into blessings while you feel stuck, it can break your heart. But here's the truth. Your delay is not your denial. The very reason you've had to wait longer is because your calling carries more weight. Smaller blessings can be delivered quickly, but mega wins take longer to prepare. Imagine constructing a small house versus building a skyscraper. The foundations are not the same. You, chosen one, were being built for height, and that takes time. Every rejection, every pause, every unanswered prayer was not God ignoring you, but God aligning you. Sometimes He withholds something not because you don't deserve it, but because the timing would have sabotaged it. Have you ever wanted something desperately, only to realize later that if you had received it too soon, you wouldn't have been ready? That is why delays exist. They are protection, not punishment. September 14 is proof that your waiting season wasn't wasted. It was setting you up for a release that will shake your life in the best way. There are ordinary days, and then there are extraordinary ones when the spiritual atmosphere feels different, charged, alive, and buzzing with possibility. September 14 is one of those extraordinary days. It carries what I call spiritual weight, a sense of destiny pressed into time. Just like the birth of a child or the turning point in history, this date carries the weight of divine alignment. Chosen one, if you feel a stirring inside you as you hear this, that's your spirit recognizing the shift. The Bible often mentions appointed times, moments when God's plan intersects with human reality. September 14 is one of those appointed times for many chosen ones. On this day, breakthroughs feel easier, blessings flow smoother, and doors swing open faster. It's not because you're lucky, it's because heaven has released a window of favor. This is why Anointed Era is urging you not to treat this like just another day. Instead, treat it with reverence, gratitude, and expectation. One of the biggest lies people believe is that success comes from luck. They look at someone stepping into their breakthrough and say, they got lucky. But chosen one, your mega win has nothing to do with luck. It is about alignment. When your faith, preparation, and divine timing come together, breakthrough is inevitable. September 14 is not about chance. It's about your alignment with the spiritual frequency of favor. Think about a radio station. If you're slightly off the frequency, you hear nothing but static. But once you tune into the exact point, the music flows clearly. The blessings of God work the same way. When your spirit is aligned, when you've stayed faithful through trials, trusted even when you saw no change, and refused to quit despite resistance, you lock into the right frequency. That's when the mega win comes, not because you're lucky, but because you are aligned. Anointed Era wants you to recognize this. You are tuned in, and that's why nothing can block what's about to arrive. Breakthroughs don't just fall out of the sky without warning. They are preceded by signs. Chosen one, if you've been paying attention, you may have noticed unusual shifts happening around you. Maybe people you thought would always be in your life suddenly walked away. Maybe opportunities you once chased closed down, only for new and better ones to slowly appear. Or perhaps you've been feeling an inner restlessness, like your spirit knows something greater is coming. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the energy of breakthrough is gathering around you. Even creation speaks before change. The sky darkens before the storm, and the horizon glows before sunrise. In the same way, your life gives signals before a mega win arrives. Dreams become more vivid, delays begin to lift, and synchronicities align in ways you can't explain. Have you noticed repeating numbers, recurring messages, or conversations that feel divinely timed? That is heaven's way of saying, stay ready, because your blessing is closer than you think. Anointed Era reminds you that chosen ones must stay spiritually alert, because what others call random is often God's whisper to you. So don't ignore the signs. Pay attention to the little things. They are pointing to something bigger. It's often said that the night is darkest before the dawn, and this is deeply true in the spiritual journey. Chosen one, the closer you get to your mega win, the more opposition you'll feel. Suddenly, old problems reappear, unexpected distractions arise, or people from your past resurface to shake your focus. This is no accident. It is resistance, a sign that you're standing at the edge of breakthrough. Just like a baby faces the most pressure right before birth, you are facing pressure because your destiny is about to be delivered. Think about a rocket launch. As it prepares to lift off, gravity pulls hardest against it in those first moments. But the very resistance proves that the rocket is breaking limits and rising higher. In the same way, the weight you've been feeling isn't to crush you, it's to confirm you're about to rise. Don't let opposition scare you, let it reassure you. The enemy only fights what he fears, and the increase in attacks proves your blessing is massive. Anointed Era is here to remind you. The battle is not evidence of your failure, but of your closeness to victory. So when resistance comes, don't quit. Push harder because your breakthrough is moments away. A mega win doesn't just require awareness, it requires positioning. Chosen one, you cannot step into this moment half-heartedly. You must be intentional. Positioning yourself means aligning your mind, heart, and actions with the breakthrough you expect. If you're waiting for financial increase, position yourself by creating room for it. Budget wisely, seek opportunities, and sow seeds. If you're expecting new relationships, position yourself by healing from the old and being open to the new. Breakthrough isn't passive. It meets those who are ready to receive it. Imagine a farmer waiting for rain. If he doesn't prepare the soil, the rain will come and pass without fruit. But if he tills the land, plants the seeds, and makes space, the rain transforms his field into abundance. That's how you must approach September 14 with readiness. Clear out what no longer serves you, speak words of faith, and step into expectancy. This is the positioning that unlocks manifestation. Anointed Era urges you not to just wait, but to prepare actively for the mega win. Faith is not just believing, it is acting on what you cannot yet see. Chosen one, your mega win on September 14 will not come by fear, doubt, or hesitation. It will come by faith. Faith is the key that unlocks the invisible and brings it into the visible. Without faith, even the greatest opportunities can pass unnoticed. But with faith, even the smallest seed becomes a forest. This is why chosen ones must guard their faith fiercely. It is their greatest weapon in times of transition. Think about Abraham, who was told to leave his homeland without knowing where he was going. His faith led him into a land of promise. Or consider Peter stepping out of the boat to walk on water. It wasn't logic that carried him, it was faith. In the same way, your mega win will not make sense to everyone. People may doubt you, mock you, or tell you to be realistic. But chosen one, faith is not about being realistic, it's about being aligned with heaven. Anointed Era is here to remind you, when you walk in faith, you walk in destiny. So as September 14 approaches, don't shrink back in doubt. Step forward in faith. Do you believe your faith is unlocking your mega win? If yes, declare it boldly in the comments. My faith is stronger than my fear. You may have experienced blessings before, but this one carries a weight that feels distinct. September 14 is not just about receiving a gift, it's about entering a new dimension of life. What's coming is not temporary relief, but a long-term shift, a permanent alignment of circumstances that will sustain you in the future. It's like graduating from one level of existence and stepping into an entirely new arena where the rules are different, and so is your position. Think about the difference between a small rain shower and a torrential downpour. The rain shower refreshes the land, but the downpour soaks everything, saturating the soil for months to come. That's what makes this breakthrough different. It is not a sprinkle of blessings, but a soaking, overwhelming downpour that changes the landscape of your life permanently. You won't just survive, you'll thrive in a way you never have before. They say success happens when preparation meets opportunity. Chosen one, everything you've endured up to this point has been preparing you for September 14. The sleepless nights, the unanswered prayers, the rejections, and even the tears, they were all shaping you, training you, refining you. You were not being punished, you were being prepared. And now, the opportunity you've been waiting for is finally aligning with that preparation. Think of an Olympic athlete who trains for years in obscurity. No one sees the early mornings, the endless hours of practice, or the sacrifices made. But on the day of competition, everything comes together. The world sees the glory, but the athlete knows it's the result of years of preparation. That is exactly what's happening with your mega win. You've been in training for a season, and now the opportunity has arrived to showcase everything you've built in silence. Chosen one, divine timing is one of the most misunderstood yet powerful forces in your life. Many times, you may have wondered why things didn't happen sooner, why that prayer wasn't answered last year, why that door didn't open when you knocked, or why the breakthrough felt delayed. But divine timing is never about denial. It's about alignment. God has been arranging every detail so that the moment of your mega win would arrive in perfect synchronization with your growth and destiny. Think about a farmer planting seeds. He doesn't expect to harvest the very next day because he understands the natural rhythm of seasons. If the harvest came too early, the crops would not be mature enough to sustain. Likewise, your mega win on September 14 is arriving not a moment too soon or too late. It is right on time. The delays were not setbacks. They were protection, ensuring you were fully prepared to handle the magnitude of what's about to unfold. How can you know that September 14 is truly bringing something life-changing? There are subtle signs that you're already aligned with this breakthrough. You might feel an unusual sense of peace, even in the middle of chaos. You may notice recurring numbers, dreams, or even small blessings that seem to appear out of nowhere. Sometimes, alignment shows up in the form of clarity. Suddenly, you just know what you must do next, even if you can't explain it logically. These signs are not random. They are heaven's way of whispering, "Stay the course, it's happening." For example, you might bump into someone who provides the exact information you needed, or you could receive unexpected financial help at just the right moment. Even your body might sense it. You feel lighter, more expectant, as though something inside you is celebrating before the blessing even arrives. These are spiritual confirmations that you are in alignment with September 14's energy. Faith is not just a belief. It's a force that draws your mega win closer to you. Without faith, even the most powerful opportunities can pass unnoticed. Faith allows you to recognize when something divine is unfolding and gives you the courage to embrace it. September 14 requires not just your presence, but your expectation. It's about walking into the day with confidence that something extraordinary is already moving in your favor. History and scripture alike are filled with examples of faith unlocking blessings. Think of Abraham, who held onto God's promise even when everything seemed impossible, or modern-day entrepreneurs who kept believing in their vision when no one else did, only to later become inspirations to millions. Faith is that invisible ingredient that turns preparation into manifestation. Without it, you might see September 14 as just another day. With it, you see it as the gateway to your destiny. Chosen one, fear has always been the enemy of your destiny. Many times, the moment just before a major breakthrough is when fear tries to rise the strongest. Thoughts of doubt, whispers of unworthiness, or reminders of past failures might creep into your mind. This is not a coincidence, it's resistance. Fear knows that once you cross this threshold, it can no longer control you. That's why it intensifies right before your mega win. Think of it like a video game. The battles often get harder as you approach the final level because victory is near. In the same way, the obstacles and fears you've been facing in the days leading up to September 14 have been tests designed to see if you'll shrink back or push through. But remember, courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Every step you take in faith weakens the power of fear. No mega win is ever just for you. It always impacts others around you. God aligns people, relationships, and connections as part of the blessing. Some of you will meet divine helpers on September 14, people positioned to accelerate your purpose. Others may find that certain toxic relationships finally fall away, making room for those who will support and uplift you. Either way, the people connected to this breakthrough are divinely appointed. Think about how every great leader or visionary has always had people assigned to them at critical moments. Moses had Aaron, David had Jonathan, Jesus had the disciples. In the same way, your mega win will attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. Some may not understand your new season, but that's okay. It wasn't meant for them. The connections that remain will be the ones who help carry your vision forward. One of the most powerful aspects of September 14 is the breaking of old cycles. Many of you have been stuck in repetitive patterns, financial struggles, emotional heartbreaks, spiritual dryness, that felt impossible to escape. But this mega win is not just about receiving something new. It's about ending what no longer serves you. Old chains are breaking so that new freedom can emerge. Think about a computer when it keeps running the same faulty program. It will never produce new results until the system is reset. That's what September 14 represents for your life, a divine reset. The negative cycles that have kept you spinning in circles are being interrupted, and a new code is being written for your destiny. This is not just progress, it's transformation. Chosen one. One of the clearest signs of your mega win is the release of wealth and abundance into your life. For too long, you may have felt like you were living in lack, working hard but barely making progress, giving much but receiving little in return. September 14 is the day when the spiritual dam of financial blessings begins to burst open. This isn't just about money, but about resources, opportunities, and provision flowing freely where there was once drought. Abundance is not limited to bank accounts. It touches your mind, your health, your relationships, and your creativity. When you are walking in true abundance, you no longer operate from fear of scarcity. You begin to see doors open where others see walls. You begin to attract ideas and connections that multiply what you already have. That's why September 14 is such a monumental date. It marks the turning point where you step into overflow. Before stepping into a mega win, old wounds often resurface. These could be emotional scars from betrayal, heartbreak, rejection, or even childhood pain. September 14 carries not only the power of breakthrough, but also the power of healing. God never blesses a broken vessel without first sealing the cracks. Your pain is not being ignored. It's being transformed into strength, wisdom, and compassion for others. Many of the struggles you endured were meant to purify your heart, making space for greater things to enter. Healing is not just about forgetting the past. It's about reclaiming the power those experiences once stole from you. When you heal, you rise above bitterness and step into a freedom that cannot be shaken by what happened yesterday. September 14 is not only bringing blessings, it is restoring your soul. One of the most exciting parts of your mega win is the sudden opening of doors you once thought were permanently closed. For months or years, you may have knocked and received no answer. But September 14 marks the day when those doors swing open, not by your strength, but by divine intervention. Opportunities will come that you couldn't have orchestrated on your own. Picture a hallway full of locked doors. You've been carrying keys, trying one after another, often growing discouraged when none of them worked. But now, the master key has arrived, and it unlocks the doors instantly. That's the kind of divine access you're stepping into. Doors that once required endless effort will now open easily because it is your time. Chosen one. One of the greatest acts of faith you can demonstrate is celebrating before the blessing fully manifests. Too often, we wait until everything is in our hands before rejoicing. But true spiritual maturity means praising and giving thanks in advance, because you trust the one who promised it. September 14 is not just about the physical evidence. It's about aligning your spirit with gratitude, knowing the mega win is already yours. Think about athletes who celebrate even before the finish line, not because they're arrogant, but because they already know they've put in the work and the victory is secured. In the same way, you've been faithful, you've endured trials, and now you're standing at the edge of breakthrough. Your celebration is a declaration to the universe that you believe what God has spoken, even if you don't yet see the full manifestation with your eyes. Chosen one, September 14 is not just a date on the calendar, it's a doorway into a brand new season. Everything you've endured has been preparing you for this moment, and now it's time to step boldly into it. No more hesitation, no more second guessing. The mega win is not random, it's divine alignment. You've been hidden, refined, and strengthened, and now it's time to shine. This new season requires confidence, not timidity. You cannot carry old doubts into a new chapter. Think of a butterfly emerging from the cocoon. It cannot return to crawling because it was designed to soar. In the same way, September 14 marks your transformation into the version of yourself that the world has been waiting to see. Walk boldly, because the ground beneath your feet is now fertile with purpose and destiny. Chosen one, will you step into this new season with boldness and joy? If your answer is yes, declare, "This is my season," in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Anointed Era so that more chosen ones like you can rise into their divine alignment.